What is going on, everybody? We are live. ABJ here for Not Cool in High School Horror, episode 153, The Bride of Chucky. I'll get all the bits out in a minute here, but I wanted to kind of lead in to our guest here joining us today. Not even a guest, co-host for the episode, because they're here so much. But I want to bring in Tiffy Dante. Dante popped up in the waiting room, and I was like, "Holy shit, we're doing it!"
Hi, here we are. Hi, sweet face. Hi, sweet face. I threw this thing. I mean, you could tell, but I definitely threw this together in like 10 minutes.
It looks awesome. It looks so awesome. If you had more time, would have you done the big Tiff boobs?
Yes, I would have contoured. I was trying to find my Dante necklace. I have a Dante necklace, like she has a Tiff necklace, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was just like I said, this is a headband because I couldn't find black string in time. So I just threw it all together. So
you're the cosplay queen. I love it.
I was sitting there. I was sitting there with JB, and we were watching it. I was like, I feel like I should dress because I love this movie so much. Like I love this movie so much, and I was like, I feel like I have to dress up for it. I have to do it justice. Like I want a Tiff tattoo, like a heart with Tiff in it.
Yeah,
like, I love this movie. I do. Yeah. I love it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I watched it and I was like, because I watched one last night, then reviewed it, and I was like, I don't know how work's gonna go tomorrow, and if I'm gonna get stuck there late, so I'm just gonna stay up late and watch Bride of Chucky. So I watched it last night. And I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning watching it, and I didn't get any sleep to wake up at 4 a.m. for work. And I was like, worth it. I was so happy I watched it because like it brought back so much nostalgia. But yeah, so let's get right into it. Why did we pick this topic? I mean, we're kind of talking about it now. And is this something is this a horror movie or a franchise that you normally consume? And we'll kind of go into what's your type of favorite scary movies.
Okay. Yes. I would normally consume this because I think, and I have a quick story to tell. I just want to tell the story of when I first saw it and like what it did to me. So like my mom and I lived in this neighborhood and a bunch of the older kids were going to see it. Do you remember the Key Theater, Anthony?
The Key.
It was on Broad Street in Hazleton.
Is that where
the Cinnamon Draft House is?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So all the older kids were going to see Bride of Chucky. I was 10 years old. And all the older kids were going to see Bride of Chucky, and they all asked me to go, and I was so scared because Chucky, like, always scared me as a kid. I think I've only seen at that time, I only saw, like, a little bit of the first one. So when they asked me to go, I was scared but also excited because, like, the older kids were asking me to go see Chucky, you know? So I was like, I gotta be brave. So we walked to the Key Theater, which I thought was like, I was such a badass. Like I was walking to the movies with all these older kids. So then we go and I remember sitting down and like the opening scene happening, and I never saw the third one. So when he was like chopped up in the bag, I was sitting there like, huh, that's. And then as the movie went on, I just found it more funny than I did scary.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like opened it was the start of me loving like horror movies because I was like, this is actually, what was I so afraid of? It's actually so funny. You know what I mean? So, but why did we pick this? Because it's a bomb movie. It's amazing.
Yeah. I actually kind of glad you went older with older picks.
Yeah.
When we were talking about things, we had a whole bunch of like newer ones listed, and I didn't know if we were going to stay on the horror thing or we were going to switch over and do something different. So I love that we're sticking with the horror because, you know, that's my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, this is the same thing. I grew up Chucky 1, Chucky 2, and then this one were all ones I was super into. Hold on, my mom's gonna go by with the thing. Yeah, Jesus Christmas. She's so excited when she can't get her phone to work. She's like, I can't see Dante. And then she has to come up and try to ask me while I'm live to help her out. I'm like, I just shoot her away. Yeah. And then she goes blaring by with my voice blaring in the background. Anyway, but yeah, I love horror. Like I said, growing up, Halloween was my go-to, and then as I got older, I was like, I don't really like the Halloween franchise. Like part 1 and 2, I really I really didn't like the movies. Well, I'm going hard from me.
Hi, Mom.
And then Chucky was one that, like, as I got older, I was like, I fell more in love with it. And then getting older and into cinema, like even going back and rewatching Chucky and how they do like the animatronics for the puppets were so good, but people in Chucky and Tiff costumes, like, and they would zoom out the camera really far, so the movements looked real because the CGI wasn't that great then. Yeah, so I loved this movie, and kind of giving, we'll kind of just jump right into the next one, brief synopsis slash history of the movie. So Bride of Chucky is a 1998 American black comedy slasher film. So it's written by
my favorite genre, by the way.
Yes, written by Don
Mancini. My favorite
Mancini.
genre. I love dark comedy horror. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I totally agree. And directed by Ronnie Yu. It's the 4th installment of the Child's Play franchise. It stars Jennifer Tilly, Brad Dourif, John Ritter, Katherine Heigl, and Nick Stable. Unlike the first 3 films, Bride of Chucky takes a humorous towards self-reference parody. It also departs from the Andy Barclay storyline of the first 3 films, focusing mainly on this series of Chucky and the doll possessed by a serial killer and his former lover accomplice Tiffany, whose soul is transferred into a doll as well. It was released on October 16th, 1998. It grossed over $50 million worldwide and a budget of $25 million and received mixed reviews from critics. A sequel, Seed of Chucky, was released in 2004. But yeah, so this one, it runtime 98 minutes. But yeah, this one got some hate because it took such a wild turn for the franchise. But I really feel like this movie really changed the tone of Chucky, because the first 2 were so based in horror, and a lot of people were always like, well, how does a doll do this? Like, I would just kick that doll. But this one also, like, made Chucky, like, I feel like the director and the writer made Chucky more, like, they worked harder to make it feel like it was believable in a goofy way. And I thought, like for this is a really turning point for Chucky. It's the new look of Chucky, the stitched up version of Chucky. So this is a new look, a new style. Like, this look almost is as iconic as the good guy doll without the damage, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is a really cool little snap in horror history as well as Chucky history. So,
and I personally think it worked out in their favor.
Yeah.
I personally think the franchise is still going to today. I think them doing that change really helped them. And I think adding Tiffany really helped them too, because it added not I'm trying to think of the word to put this. She was the only one that would stand up to Chucky. It kind of they gave another person, because everyone was so afraid of Chucky and everyone didn't like Chucky. But when Tiffany was introduced, she locked him in the cage. She, did all this stuff to him because she's the only one that knew him before he was this scary doll. And she's as equally as fucked up, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, she stands up to him more than anybody else would, which I think added more to his story too.
And I mean, what a pick in Jennifer Tilly to play Tiffany.
Oh, I love Jennifer Tilly. I love her.
Jennifer Tilly is one of those actresses or actors. I'm not sure how that works today, but that the first time you see them on screen, you're like, yep, that solidifies it for me. Yeah, very, very Harley Quinn Joker mentality. I agree. Yeah, very toxic, but also has a weird love interest. But we'll kind of get into another tie-in too later on.
Okay.
Yeah, but so when did we kind of talked about how you first heard about it, and your first expectations going in? Like I said, going into this a while ago for me was just like, oh, it's another Chucky movie, and then getting this shock was just different, and we'll kind of get into how it changed, I guess, later on. But let's get into the fun stuff. Let's go through our fun facts, our not fun facts, but the things we liked. So I'll let you start off, and then we'll bounce back and forth.
I loved the comedy. I loved the introduction of Tiffany. I think Tiffany also has made me what made me fall in love with this movie, because she was such a badass. Even that iconic line, "Barbie, eat your heart out." Like,
yes.
Oh my God. Like, she was in the movie for 20 minutes and she was already almost as iconic as Chucky. You know what I mean? She was really like putting her stamp on, like, I'm here. And I just loved that. And then I think, I have to say, I think, John Ritter. Is it John?
Yeah.
Okay, because I get him and his son's names mixed up, Jason and John. But John Ritter being in it too, because I loved that John Ritter was in it when I was younger, because my mom, like, I grew up on Three's Company. So like, and Problem Child and all that. My mom loved John Ritter. So when I went to the movies and saw that he was in it, it kind of like comforted me a little bit, because I was like, oh, I love John Ritter. You know what I mean? Even though he's like,
it doesn't make it as scary.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to dive right in. For me, one of the first things that stood out for me was the opening introduction to Tiffany when she's about to become the doll. Obviously, they have this whole banter in the beginning. They really set up the scene, and the tub scene. She goes and she teases him with the sexy outfits, and then she goes in the tub and she's crying watching The Bride of Frankenstein, which is a cool homage to what we're about to get. Is like Chucky is like Frankenstein, and Tiff, like, there's kind of that repel, but it's the opposite, where she's the bride, but she's almost relates more to Frankenstein as this damaged person who wants to be loved, but the bride wants nothing to do with Frankenstein at first. You know what I mean? So they have that barrier of, she wants a relationship, she wants stability, she wants to be with Chucky, but Chucky's kind of like, that's not my thing, babe. Like, we're here, we're physical, and I'm doing my thing, and get out of my way.
Thanks for bringing me back. See you later.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much. And then he pushes the TV into the tub, and then we get the whole introduction of him doing the voodoo and bringing her into the doll. But like that whole scene of the bride of Chucky and then Bride of Frankenstein, and kind of tying the two together and taking an old classic horror and merging it with a newer horror. Such a great scene. Like her even screaming, and then the bride screaming in the tub as well. Like, I really like that scene. And it, once again, it's horror and it's scary and there's a horrible death, but there's bubbles everywhere.
yes. And in all honesty, even speaking of the homage to the Bride of Frankenstein and stuff, even all of it in even the beginning of the movie when they showed like the Jason mask and Freddy's, like all the little Easter eggs, like it's all in the same universe. It's all connected, and I love that part too. But go ahead.
Did you notice another horror reference later on? That's on my list. I can kind of go to that one next. So I said, where we at here? So I said Chucky's new look, the stitched up look, adds more comedy to the franchise. Tiff is a 10 out of 10, but then also I wrote at the beginning, lots of horror movie references. The Freddy glove, the chainsaw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Michael mask, the Jason mask, and then when they kill the police officer, the second one, they shoot him with nails, and he goes, "This guy looks kind of familiar." It's a Pinhead reference.
Oh my God, I never picked up on that.
Yep.
Oh my God, that makes sense. Okay, wow. Yeah, because John Ritter's face is like, with all the nails in it.
Got here late and almost didn't recognize you, Mama Dante. Love the Tiff outfit.
Thank you, Ashley. And then I wanted to point out the drive-in said, shout out to Dumbala, the resurrection goat.
Yeah. Well, I just found out some cool information to drive in. I am super excited for Saturday. We get the meat. We get the meat. Pretty exciting. Another thing I'll kind of add to that, because I have it kind of in the same vein, is what a fucking great soundtrack this movie has. The music, so good.
My God, I have that in my notes first time hearing Living Dead Girl. Like, what an experience. First time hearing that song in the beginning of Bride of Chucky. Like, I'll never forget that ever. Like that's the first time I heard that song. And even when we were playing it, when we were watching it, I was sitting there jamming out. I love that song.
Yeah, that's
Such
a great
a good
Hillbilly Deluxe is a good album. Rob Zombie's Hillbilly Deluxe. I bought that and I remember bringing it to school and they're like because we had like a music class where they're like, everyone bring in the CD and pick a song that you really like. And the first one I brought was Gorillaz and I played Clint Eastwood for the class. And my teacher was like, the song's about drugs, right? Got Sunshine in a Bag. And I was like, don't overthink it, man. Just enjoy it, right?
Yeah, just like chill out.
The next song I brought was Dragula by Rob Zombie, and with the satanic in the head, and they're like, what the fuck's wrong with this kid?
Yes, I love it. He has good taste in music.
Yeah. What else you got on your list?
For the things I liked?
Yes, likes.
Oh, I could totally go more into that. Oh my, well, okay, and I loved, because I'll never forget this part either, is at the end, I mean, I know that we're not, but I loved how Tiffany had a baby. I loved that part because I was like, now there's going to be another one. Like, now that there has to be another one now. And it made me so excited. You know what I mean? Like, I remember in that Key Theater, I remember where I was sitting. Like, and I just remember the baby came out, bit the cop, and then it just was done. And I was like, that's it? You know?
Yeah.
I was like, I want more. I loved that part. Because you knew the story was going to continue. I love that.
I that kind of threw me off, right? Because the beginning of the movie, and I kind of have to go back and watch Seed of Chucky again to really get the full experience. But I remember being like, all right, is that Chucky's way of resurrecting? Like, right? Because, or is it a new character? And then we end up finding out that it's a new character. But then what you kind of get as like the demon just straight to death baby, and then the character we get later where they're more laid back and awkward, and we find out like you learn about what non-binary is, you know what I mean, like through Chucky. You know what I'm saying? That was ahead of its time in 2000s. In the 2000s. But that was so I dislike that, but I also, you have to go back and watch it later. But as a moviegoer, that was kind of in my later list. But what did I say here? For me, one of the greatest parts about this movie, quotes for
oh my god
days.
I have that, so many good one-liners.
Yes. So you said the first one, Barbie eat your heart out.
Yep.
There's so many Martha Stewart ones that just keep coming back, like a lot of callbacks to Martha Stewart.
Yes.
Do you have a rubber? Bitch, I'm made of rubber. What do you want from me? Great one there.
Yep.
We Belong Dead was, and then like kind of like tying in the beginning where she turns on him and kills him because she's like, listen, because she, like, that was the cool thing about Tiff too, is she was a psycho and she was really loved death and loved killing people, but then also had a soft spot for like this young love, and she didn't want Chucky to ruin this young love. She even said in the beginning, I want to give them a chance, don't ruin this for them. And then she kind of tries this, and she saves them essentially, or tries to. But yeah, I thought the quotes, and that's just a few of them I wrote down, but so many great quotes in this movie.
Yes, 100%. So many good one-liners. So many good ones.
Oh yeah, that's a new bit. You know what? I should do that more. Is go back and rewatch the trailer that comes out for these movies, because sometimes the trailer, like, that's a good idea. So Lily said she watched a trailer and the narrator goes, "No one believes the truth, and those who do don't live to tell it." Yeah, but was it like the movie guy?
That's good.
This October, Chucky returns with a new friend. Like, yeah. The sex scene cracks me up, but even the sex scene, I'll kind of dive into that, like the death in that one where she smashes the glass on the swingers and they get stabbed up, and then the way the water bed explodes, like, and then he's just like, the water and the blood wash up on his feet, and he's like, I fucking love you.
And then he bites the ring off the finger. He's like trying to get the ring off the finger. Oh my god, so funny.
Yeah,
so funny.
Such a good scene. You got another one? I have two more for the likes.
Oh, go ahead. I want to hear yours, because I like that I'm bouncing off you.
Yeah. The Chucky
Because
movies.
honestly, if I'm going to be real with you, Anthony, I love this whole entire movie. So like,
Same.
I didn't write like my 3 favorites because I was like, I love it all. So I'm just going to like bounce off you because
Banter,
I know. So yes, go for it.
I like for how campy and corny it is, right? But like how I was saying before, it kind of still makes sense, right? So like, how does a doll do this, right? But the doll, even though he's in the doll, they still bleed, they still go through things, like so. He's like, I'm anatomically correct. It's all there. It works, and they were able to reproduce. Like so, there is still human elements to a Chucky doll, which sounds crazy, but the way they write the story, it's good. Some of the deaths and kills where he crawls and sneaks, and then he flips off the guy, but the guy's so high he doesn't even realize what he's seeing. Like the way they kind of flip back and forth with the two couples were kind of questioning if the other one was a serial killer because all these crazy deaths are happening in their town and they're kind of thinking the other one's doing it. And I thought it was very well written. Like they're kind of like, is it you or is it you? And like I thought the way that was all put together was done very, very well.
And then even adding the friend in there too. The friend was like, are you two killers? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he kind of comes in at first and he's like, no, neither one of you are the killer because you both called me. And he kind of is the good friend that puts them back together. And then he opens the trunk and it's like, one of you is the fucking killer.
And then his death.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I have such a soft spot for someone getting hit by a vehicle as a death in a horror movie. Like Final Destination when she gets tattooed by the bus will always live in my brain, and this one was a good one too. Just have you ever seen an 18-wheeler hit something at full speed?
No.
It is disgusting. I watched an 18-wheeler hit a deer on 81 doing about 85. Dante, it was like Slayer was raining blood. It was like the best part about it was I was about 5 or 6 cars behind, so I didn't get too much splatter, but right passing the truck at the same time was a motorcycle that he was drenched. Like he looked like Carrie.
Oh God. And then you also have to think like I was thinking like when you said that, like I've never seen it hit something before, like only in movies and stuff. I mean, thankfully I've never seen anything hit by an 18-wheeler, but like, because I mean, it sounds just, I feel like I'd be scarred for life. I really truly do. I feel like I would just not be able to get it out of my head.
It's still in there. It's still in there.
You don't even remember where the blood was.
Yeah, that dude must have got Gallagher with deer parts. Yeah, totally did. We were behind one and our window turned red. Yeah, yep, that was it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wild stuff. Are there any other scenes or moments that really stand out for you?
I love the bathtub. Oh, I love when Tiff is changing into Tiff. You know what I mean? Call me. And she's getting all ready. They did that so well too. I thought they did that really, really well too. The only thing that I have to say, and I know we're not on this one, but I really the only least favorite maybe thing I have, but it has nothing to do with this movie.
Oh, save that. Save that.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll say we're going to get to the dislikes, I promise. You know what I didn't know though? I thought the entire time she had black nails.
Oh yeah.
They're red. Lily pointed out to me, she goes, they're red nails. I go, no, they're black. This whole time I thought I thought
and her lips are like a dark brown red.
Yeah, I thought this entire time it was always black. Like that was my mental thing of Tiff was the thing. Yeah.
Remind me about the nails later when I'm going to say my least favorite thing. Okay, so remind me about the nails.
Yeah, it was all very. Lily said it was all
very.
Yeah. So Lily, I'm going to give a quick shout out. So if you go to Witchcraft by Lily's page, she's going to kind of do a secondary version of her own. So when we watch these, we watch them together. But she does fashion. She loves fashion. She does it with pro wrestling, with drag. She makes her own clothing. She's really, really talented. She does a lot of crafts, crocheting, the whole 9. She's going to do her own movie reviews to kind of bounce with us and help and cross promote, but hers are going to be the fashion in the movie. So she's like she's going to break down each, like how she likes the outfits, how the outfits fit the movies and stuff like that. So that'll be coming really soon. So make sure you guys go follow Witchcraft by Lily and show her love, because she's going to have her own little fashion takes on the Bride of Chucky.
Yes.
Yeah. Blackish Red used to be my favorite nail polish from the drugstore. There you go. Oh my God, it's very, and her screen name is Very Berry. That's great.
Oh, it's Ari. It's the drive-in's wife.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
That's who that is.
Yeah.
Arlene.
Arlene. That's a great name.
No, her name's not Arlene. I just call her Arlene.
You know what I think every time I hear Arlene? Is it Garfield's girlfriend?
Oh yeah, yes.
Is Arlene?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She was like purple or something, wasn't she? She was some kind of color. Garfield's girlfriend. I forget what color she was.
Yeah, and I kind of said here, I said the goofy idea of Chucky, but they always find a way to make it work. And honestly, this might be one of the top movies in the franchise. I really think Bride of Chucky stands as good as the original Chucky, and 100%. And really holds it down. Even when and anytime Jennifer Tilly makes an appearance back in the franchise, like when she did the did you ever see the prequel movie where she kind of sends Chucky to the house with the girl with the wheelchair? Yeah, yes. And you're like, oh, Jennifer Tilly's back, like
yes. The Cult of Chucky, I think it is.
Yes, the Cult of Chucky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We might as well just one of these days, not consecutively, but we should keep revisiting different Chucky movies and do the franchise.
We should. Anthony, I was just thinking that. I was sitting here thinking, damn, we should have started with the first one. But yeah, but that's okay. Well, you know what I think about this one, and actually maybe it's cool because we'll have to watch the other ones, because when I think of the Bride of Chucky and like the movies, I think of like the first three and then the Bride of Chucky. And then I almost think of it like before Bride of Chucky, after Bride of Chucky. You know what I mean? So we'll have to watch the old ones and then we'll have to watch the new ones and like kind of go back and forth. You know what I mean?
Chucky's kind of like the Bible, right? Like the Old Testament God was kind of a dick. He was, he was really fucked up. And then New Testament God is like, he as a kid, he kind of softens up a little bit. Like that's Chucky. Chucky's girl comes back in the scene and he kind of changes a little bit, becomes more funny, more personable, you know? You kind of root
and
for
Tiffany's
Chucky.
the Virgin Mary.
Yeah. Well,
that'd be a fun shirt. Oh my God, as Chucky is Jesus.
Well, she does
the Virgin Mary.
She idolizes the Virgin Mary statue with the little neon halo. Yeah. All right, well, let's get into our dislikes, and we'll start off with you with the nail polish.
Okay. My dislike, and again, it has nothing to do with this movie itself. So I'm jumping ahead a little bit. And I'll say this when we watch the new ones. But I hate how they changed Tiffany's look in the new ones. Like, I hate how she does not look like she does in this one. Because I think this is the best she looked, like, out of all of them. And then when Seed of Chucky came around, they kind of, like, doled her down. And then bringing up the nail polish, her nail polish and nose are black.
Got you. That's, okay, maybe that's
like,
where my brain...
Like they kind of like just kind of like left her in the wedding dress, flattened her hair, and like changed her face too. Like her face isn't as like plump in the new ones as it is in this one. Like her face is very like long and oval and kind of like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Where I feel like in the newer ones, her face is like slimmer or something.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Did she get put into a different doll because the other one was so badly destroyed? I'm trying to think now. Is that the way they did it?
Yes, actually, no, you're right with that. You're right with that because they got put into the movie dolls because in the Seed of Chucky they're making the movie. Remember in the beginning? Oh,
because now because Chucky's kind of out in the open. He gets kind of put out in the open.
Yes, so I guess it's not their fault, but still, I didn't like
they lost the funding for Very Berry. It wasn't in the budget. Very Berry was very expensive. So my number one dislike, and I hope I don't get hate for this, Katherine Heigl. I fucking hate her. I fucking hate Katherine Heigl. If anyone should have been brutally murdered in that movie, it should have been Katherine Heigl.
No, and they made her the hero.
I fucking hate. Listen, I don't care if I get famous and this gets clipped. Katherine Heigl, you fucking suck.
The worst. Actually,
The
I read in
worst.
the trivia that Julia Stiles was supposed to play her from 10
It
Things
should
I Hate
have
About
been
You.
Julia Stiles. Yeah.
I know, but I know, I agree. I'm not a Katherine Heigl person. I'm just not.
When did you
I'm not at all.
find the world of hating Katherine Heigl? Like, what for you? When did it pop off?
When I heard that she was like such a bitch.
Yeah.
Like I heard that she was very mean to people and stuff, and I don't like that shit. Because like I oh no, well that and the fact that she called like Knocked Up like such a like stupid movie to be in or degrades women or whatever. I'm like, that's how most people know you.
Yeah.
Like
she said that the movie was unrealistic because a girl like me would never get with a guy like him. And then she thought the movie was degrading because she was like a 10 and he was only a 2 and she'd let him knock her up type deal. And it was the first time Seth got nominated for an award. He was so excited. And it was because Katherine Heigl got like best supporting actress or something like that or something for that. And comedy movies like that didn't get awards. So it was like a big deal for Seth to like send somebody in honor of his picture, and she refused to go.
Oh my God, I didn't know all that.
Yep. Yeah, so first, Knocked Up was one of the first times that he was ever going to get nominated, and he was going to send her as a representation, and she's like, I'm not going. And then a lot of people, I'm not a big Grey's person, but a lot of people who worked on the set of Grey's Anatomy fucking hated her, and that's why she was written off the show. Yeah.
And in all honesty, like, even when growing up, like, I saw this, and then I probably didn't see her again until Knocked Up. You know what I mean? So even at 10 years old, I didn't like when I saw Knocked Up years later, I didn't even remember she was in Bride of Chucky. You know what I mean? I had no idea until I went back and watched it. And I was like, holy shit, that's Katherine Heigl. I was like, oh my God. But then, and then again, but still, I saw her again in Knocked Up, which most people did. Like a lot. That was such a popular movie. And for you to like talk bad about it like that, and like all this shit, like, dude, you made a lot of money off that. What are you talking about? Like, and now you're saying it's like, then why'd you do it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Then why'd you do it?
He fucking sucks.
If it was such a degrading movie.
Yeah. Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin were like the king movies of that time. Like they were the two really funny ones I'll go to. Very forgettable. If she was a spice, she would be Flour. No, because Flour is very useful. I don't find Katherine Heigl useful. Yeah, but that's a great. I like that though. All right, So I did my Katherine. What's your next dislike? I don't have many. I know, but mine are kind of all funny
either.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
Let me do my next one.
Yeah, because like even when I was watching it, I was trying to find something that I didn't like about it, and it was really hard to. Because like even to be honest with you, like I was trying to like do this with this wig while the movie was on, and like I already could picture what was going on. Like I didn't even really have to watch it because I knew what was already like what scene was going on. You know what I mean? Just by hearing it, 'cause I've seen it so many times. But go ahead, I want to bounce off you.
I think this is another nod to horror movies or movies in general. But I feel like the guy in the beginning was definitely a shot at the Crow. I call him Fake Crow Guy. The guy he kills in the beginning.
Yeah.
He was so cringy. I hated his character. I was rooting for his death so bad.
Damien. Oh,
yeah,
also
David.
Another Easter egg.
What's that?
Another Easter egg. His name is
Damien.
Like in the Omen.
From the Omen. Yeah.
And see, that was Alexis Arquette.
Yeah. Yep.
David Arquette's sister.
Yeah. The best part about that one too is actually, holy shit, it is. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to take this off. It's falling off.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. What do they call that in the drag community? A wig pop. You just wig pop. Yeah.
I snatched my own wig. I keep playing with it. It's so distracting, and I don't want to keep playing with it. So
yes, the poser doth guy. Yeah.
Yes, Damien.
That's crazy. I forgot about David Arquette. Yeah.
Yes. But also, I also think he was supposed to be cringe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he kind of was supposed to be. So it
was David Arquette's was Alexis in The Wedding Singer too? Was it the Boy George singer?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you really want it? Another
Yeah,
great
no,
movie.
hurt me. Oh, we
Wedding
have to
Singer
review
is
that
so
at some
underrated.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. Linda, you're
Yeah.
a bitch.
Somebody kill me, please.
I love it. Such
I
a
am a
classic. Oh
mark
my
for
God.
Adam Sandler movies. I go watch Adam Sandler movies all
Mhm.
day.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. My next one, probably the worst part of the whole movie. Where did they have to go?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. The fucking worst place ever. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to go to Jersey. It's terrible.
Oh my gosh! But isn't all of the movies like based in No, I guess not all of
New
them.
York.
But
I believe the first two are in New York.
Okay.
I think it's a New York
'Cause
apartment.
isn't Don Mancini? Isn't he from New Jersey? I think he's like one of
He
those
might be.
directors that always like throws New Jersey and like where he's from, like almost like M. Night Shyamalan always does Philadelphia. Like
Yeah.
he's one of those directors that throws New Jersey in there because I think that's where he's from.
Yeah. Same
Jersey
with
is
Kevin Smith.
terrible.
Kevin Smith does. Oh no, very was Chicago. I think you're definitely right. It was Chicago in the first one. Yeah.
Oh, yes. It was
Yeah,
Chicago. Yes.
Yeah. Good call. Angela, I missed it. Dante had the full look. Yeah, you missed it. They just
I'm
Angela.
sorry.
You can watch the replay.
Go look at it. Go find it on TikTok and on my Instagram story. The wig was falling off. I had to take it off. And I kept playing with it. So, but now I look fucking scary.
You look like, what's the character from Rocky Horror? Riff Raff? Hello, everyone. With the dark eyes. You rang. You went from Tiff to Riff Raff.
Oh my God.
Just look at the face
so
you just
funny.
made. Yeah. Good stuff. Another movie we got to review. Yeah, we
Oh,
got to do Rocky Horror.
We have to do that. We have to do that around Halloween. Definitely.
Totally agree.
Around Halloween.
Actually, Halloween time, we need to get a group of us to go see a like when people reenact, like go to do their things. The first time I ever seen that was at the that same theater that you seen this movie.
That's where we go. We go there every year.
Oh, they do. They still do it.
Yeah. Me, Danielle, and Justin go every year. It's like our little tradition. But
that's the first time I ever seen Rocky Horror was that theater.
Theirs is cool, but have you ever been to like a real one?
Yeah.
Like where they throw the rice and they like have the props and stuff. That's I mean, don't get me wrong, the cinematography like that the way they do it is great and it's fun and it's awesome and the people that do it make it so much fun. But when you go to like one of the ones where you have like the props and stuff, there's nothing like it. Like there's nothing like it.
So it's funny. The first time I went, I was like in high school when things were different and things were said. And then I didn't know they changed some of the things you were allowed to yell. And then I went to go see it later on and yelled the Brad thing. And everyone's like, we don't do that anymore. I was like, I didn't know the rules. I'm sorry. I thought I was in.
Yeah, I thought I was like in with you guys.
Yeah. The best one I've ever seen, though, was at Shocktoberfest. We all went right before my aunt called, because my aunt Colleen is the one who got me into Rocky Horror Picture. Like, she took me to go see it, and she's like, you're going to fucking love this. I was like, I hate musicals. Took me to go see it. First time I was the virgin at the show. They put the big V on my head, the whole nine.
Yeah.
And then we all went to go see at Shocktoberfest because cancer was really kicking her ass there. And we all went like right before she was gonna go, and we went to the Reading, and it was all outside inside the tent and it was like all my aunts and uncles for the most part went. My gram went. She got the big V on her head. It was awesome. But Dr. Frankenfurter, like theirs version was only in like they didn't have a full stage, so they just did everything like quick changes and stuff. But I thought for the way they did it was one of my favorite times ever seeing it because the crowd was so into it, and all the actors like they took liberties in it and did their own versions and how they did things, and it was excellent. It was so good. Oh yes,
the best.
Shirley Joe King, that was the wrestler that did the show for at the Sanctuary. the one that was the wrestler
okay.
who did the drag. They actually played the one year they were Eddie, and then a couple years, I think last year was the first time they got to play the Doctor.
Oh my God, I was gonna say, because I could see them as Dr. Frankenfurter. Like I could see that's like the perfect character for them. Oh my God. Perfect.
I love it. Such a good movie. That's all I really have for my dislikes. Is there anything else?
Yeah. I don't.
Mine were just kind of funny, just making fun of New Jersey.
Oh yeah, oh my God, no! I honestly, I can't honestly think of not one thing in it that I was like, oh, I wish they would have done that differently, or oh, I wish they would have done that differently. I think it was played out so well. It really and truly did. I really, really liked it, like the whole thing. I was sitting here while we've been talking and kind of going from beginning to end, trying to like pick something, but there's nothing I could pick. There's nothing. It's all so good. So good.
I always love when Chucky's doing the voodoo and he's like, oh yeah.
I know.
He's screaming in the lightning. It's one of my always favorite child's. I was actually trying to find my Chucky shirt for today, but I have so many goddamn shirts. I have a hard time finding it. But mine is like, it looks like an old Mr. Good Guy ad, and it's like the little kid and Mr. Good Guy walking down. It says Good Guy doll.
Oh, I love that.
But I can't find. I had a hat, and I can't find that either. I had all this cool Chucky stuff, and I don't have it. I will say there's three things. There's one thing in my life I always wanted to buy, but it's like $500. I always wanted the legit leg lamp from Christmas Story. Like, but to get the legit one is like $500. But I always wanted a Chucky and Tiff doll from this movie. But I always wanted like where he's still Good Guy doll and he's not transformed.
Yes.
Yeah. But they're also
I always wanted a Tiffany
expensive.
Doll. Always wanted a Tiffany doll, but not like a Tiffany doll from Spencer's. You know what I mean? Like
a NECA, like a good one.
I need her to look like she looks like in this movie. Like that.
So NECA makes a life like size replica of a Tiff, but it's $400.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It's expensive, but it's fucking amazing. It's amazing. How awesome would Tiff look back there sitting on your couch at all times?
Oh my God, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because I would definitely, it's definitely coming out of the box. I love when people too get them and they put them in like their car and they drive around with them in their cars and stuff.
Yes. When we went, actually the drive-in was there. When we went to go see, because we went to the Mahoning Drive-In. Shout out to the Mahoning Drive-In, such a fun place.
Love that place.
To go see, which we all have to go one night, but to go see Dolls and Chucky. It was Dolls and Chucky 2, and it was the first time I ever saw it. Like I said to JB, I said, I don't think I've seen Chucky 2 more than once before this time. You know what I mean? It wasn't one. I guess they just didn't play it on TV enough, I think, because I just don't remember the second one. I remember the first one. I remember the third one. Wait, where was I going? I forgot where I was going with this. But anyway, oh yeah, there was two people there, and they were parked behind us at the drive-in, and they had Tiffany and Chucky in their car, just sitting like in their car and then when they would go to the snack thing, they'd put them in the front seats. And I was like, I love that so much. Love it so much.
I think the day of your party, was it the day of your party? Is it a different day? They're doing like a Beatles thing at the drive-in.
Oh, the drive-in would know.
Yeah, I essentially did. I went on their Facebook page and liked every event they have this year, so it reminds me when it pops up.
Yes,
but I definitely want to go up there and see something. I think the last time I went was for Mad Max. That was the last time I was at the drive-in.
Oh shit! I bet that was fun.
Yeah, that was last night. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, the Beatles one. Plot twist. I've never really saw any of the first ones, but today watching the trailers, I started having flashbacks to watching the second one. The second one. Driving might know this. I just because I'm trying to remember. Is the second one the when the dude jumps on the grenade? Is that the grenade one where like Chucky throws a grenade and the guy lands on it?
I think that's the third one.
Is that the third one?
Yeah, because the third one's the military school one.
Okay.
Where Andy goes to military school. The second one, they like introduce Kyle and like she has the short blonde hair.
Yeah. So do you have any cool fun facts or anything about the movie? I have a couple here from the website.
I did have them, but I've been saying them. I was saying how like they did the little Easter eggs like in it. I knew the Damien, how they named Alexis Arquette Damien. They named Alexis Arquette Damien. I think it's Mayweather or something Mothorn or something, after Damien from The Omen and the nurse that took care of him. Her last name was like Mayweather or something.
Yeah, the second one's a doll factory, and the third one is the military school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive-In says Ari is the Chucky historian in our house. I love it.
Oh yeah, Ari.
Maybe when we go back and do, if we start with Chucky 1 and then do 1, 2, 3, skip Bride, go Seed. Maybe Ari has to join us here on the podcast.
Go Seed.
Yeah. Here's some ones that I got
Ari,
here.
You have to join us.
This was Brad's personal favorite Child's Play movie until The Curse of Chucky was released in 2013. So,
but I think that's because his daughter was in it.
Yeah.
Or no.
According to, was it his daughter?
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Jennifer Tilly said the sex scene was all improvised, which is the best. The date on the newspaper clipping at the beginning of the movie is the death of Charlie's tombstone was November 9th, 1988. But it was the release date of the first Child's Play movie. Also in the evidence room, there's a crate from the movie Creepshow. So Creepshow made a little appearance during the evidence room as well.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. They said Michael Myers, Jason. Yeah. So I didn't catch the Creepshow one.
Have you seen Creepshow?
Yes. Not the new TV show, though. I have to watch the new TV show.
Okay. I've never seen it. I'm going to have to watch that. I've never seen it before. So even if I saw the trunk, I really wouldn't recognize it. So I have to see that.
Yeah. There was a planned album of love songs featuring Brad and Jennifer Tilly singing as their doll counterparts. Chucky and Tiff. It was revealed in the movie Terror commentary that Tiff was going to sing "Killing Me Softly" with his song, while Chucky was intended to sing "House of the Rising Sun," and then the two were going to sing "Hit the Road Jack" together. Could you imagine them two? Yeah.
Justice for that. Someone with AI technology needs to make that for us, because I need to hear that. My ears need to hear Jennifer Tilly singing "Killing Him Softly." I need to hear that. Like, I need to. So
Julia Stiles actually dropped out of this to get the 10 Things I Hate About You role. So in retrospect, good move, because
true.
I'm not a big chick flick guy, but 10 Things I Hate About You is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Such a good movie. Such a good classic.
That's another one we should definitely do a review of.
Tiffany's
last name is Valentine. You said the Oldman was a callback there. Bride of Chucky is the most expensive child with $25 million budget. Oh yeah, 2 Rob Zombie songs are in this: "Living Dead Girl" and "Thunder Kiss," 1965. I think that's pretty much the main ones that we got there. But, well, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was. Did they say the last name of the Damien character there? Because I remember, I can't remember. No, it starts with an M.
I kind of skipped over. I just seen it. I just seen like the character Omen. I was like, oh, we already talked about that one, so I went past it.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I was just writing down the movies that we want to review so that we can remember them. Because whenever you ask me or my brain goes blank. I'm like, I've never seen a movie before, Anthony. Like, that's how I feel. Like, when you ask me, I'm like, I don't know. So I wrote them down just so we can remember, because I love Creepshow. I love The Wedding Singer. I love Rocky Horror. So,
and then here's the ones I kind of sent you. Hopefully they're still here. My new phone here. Such a large screen. So bright.
And all those cameras.
Yeah, no, look at all these cameras. Look at them all. So many cameras. We got The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. That's on the list. The first Omen was on the list. Moonlight was on the list. Wonka. I have not seen the new Wonka yet. Night Swim, which I heard the new Wonka was bad.
It's not bad. It's just Timothy Chalamet is so cringe.
Not Gene Wilder.
Just so cringe. Like just the way he acts in it is so. Well, we'll have to do it just so you can watch it, and I would love your opinion on it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, because he's just so, and it's just like, calm down. Like you're so
Yeah.
corny. You know
Chill
what I
out.
mean? Like magic, and it's like,
Yeah.
calm
Night
down.
Swim was another one we kind of said to each other. The movie
I haven't
They
seen
Them.
that one yet.
Have you seen They Them? They Them is with, I think, Kevin Bacon. Everyone says it's fucking
What is
awesome.
that?
It's a horror movie. I don't know the premise of it, but it's called They Them. It's on Peacock.
Wait, I think JB and I did see that, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Knock in the Cabin. Pearl, because I think there's 3 movies of Pearl, right?
Mm-hmm. X, Pearl, and Maxine.
Yeah. We did Abigail, which what a great pick that was. Monkey Man. Immaculate.
I've never seen that either.
Bob Marley. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
We have to do that one because there's a second one too.
Yeah. Super Mario Bros.
That one.
Nope.
Oh, I love that.
I still have yet to see Nope. The Black Phone. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I heard that's a really good movie. I have yet to see that one too.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
I heard Barbarian's really good too. I've yet to see Barbarian.
Barbarian. I can't believe you have never seen Barbarian.
When I went through everything in my life, I just cut movies out. I haven't watched a movie in like 3 years. So like I'm catching up.
Okay, well you have to save Barbarian for me. Okay. We have to that has to be like, because I think you, oh my God. Especially because you're such a horror movie like fan. Like, oh my God, I can't like you Barbarian. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like
all right. So I was actually supposed to do Barbarian with Kim Rose, right? So future episode coming up this month, Kim Rose decided she wanted to do I Saw the TV Glow. So we're doing that one.
And I saw that you two were doing that one. Have you watched it yet?
I have not yet, no.
Okay. You have to when you're I'm gonna watch I saw it on there. So I want to watch it. And I'm gonna have to see like your guys' review because I saw it on. I've been wanting to watch it. I've seen it pop up, and I'm like, no, don't watch it yet. So I want to wait for you. I want to see like what you guys think of it. I'm curious.
Yeah, and then Miss Misfit and I are gonna do a horror movie review.
Right on, love her.
They picked Saltburn. So a lot of A24 movies are being added to this list.
Love Saltburn. Love Saltburn.
So Saltburn's coming as well. So we have a lot of cool movies coming up. I know this Thursday is like probably one of the only times I'm doing 3 up in a week. We're doing Terminator 3 with Sonny Defarge. Just other future content coming up. If you're into pro wrestling, we're doing the history of Abdul the Butcher, which Jesus Christ, that guy's a nut. Then I have another interview with a cosmetic line creator and also a drag queen monster. I'm not 100% sure, but Scarlet Overkill will be on the podcast. Then we have, like I said, Kim Rose doing that. And then I will be having one of the founders and original members of Taking Back Sunday, Eddie Reyes, will be on the podcast.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
I love Taking Back Sunday, but I'm also in the type of person when it comes to music and like celebrities and stuff. I don't really do like the dirt and research of the bands. Like everyone's like, did you know that this band did this in their life? And I was like, nope, I just like their music. I don't really get into that stuff.
You're not like deep diving into like their personal lives or like what's going on with the band.
I believe he does still have a rib restaurant. Yeah. It's quite amazing he's still alive. It really is. So the big thing with this one, Dante, the Abdul the Butcher, this guy here, I'll show you again. So I seen this guy in a no holds barred death match in Shenandoah Valley High School. And I don't think the people who booked the match knew what they were getting. And it was him versus Terry Funk. And they bled everywhere. They destroyed the bathroom. They bled all over the school, all over the gym. Fun fact, maybe 4 years after that, Abdul the Butcher knew for about 10 to 15 years during his entire wrestling run, he had hepatitis C and contracted it to numerous wrestlers. Yes. What a
Wrestling's
peach.
insane. Wrestling's insane.
Yeah.
Insane. It is.
Yeah.
You know, it really and truly is, though, Anthony. So, like, sometimes I sit here and think about it. I'm like, wrestling is like a whole nother world. It really and truly is. It is
Yeah.
wild. Wild,
Yeah,
wild.
it's I love it.
And actually, me and you need to calm down, too, because we can't do too many yet, because I just remembered we have to do Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's what,
Because
September,
we're gonna
right?
go see that. Remember? Yeah, we're gonna go see that.
Well, we still definitely have August. So we have one more for August we could pick.
Okay.
And then for September we could do a twofer. We'll do the original Beetlejuice and then go see the new Beetlejuice. And hopefully I can get my freaking camera by then. If not, I have a replacement that we could do.
Hold on, wait. September 6th. Okay. I just had to make sure. Yes. Okay. Yep.
Love it. So if you guys are interested, make sure you go check out all of our social media below. Follow us on all the platforms that we're on. Links are below. Dante's link tree and my link tree, as well as did you see the new merchandise that's available? ABJ. So my new thing I'm trying is I don't have the actual logo, unfortunately. I have my new business card I'm making. So the whole idea was this for my new business card. I want different business cards that are different of the major arcanas. I don't know much about tarot cards. I just think they look cool. But I want to do different major arcanas. So I'm going to commission different artists from the area that aren't insanely expensive because your boy's on a budget, but work with different artists in the area or just artists in general to do their own interpretations of me or podcast stuff as the major arcanas. So the very first one is by an artist in Reading. They're a tattoo artist as well as an artist, non-textual, very, very talented, but they did their interpretation of me as the devil card, which came out so goddamn good. So that's available now on all merchandise. You can go grab that at TeePublic and Teespring. But yeah, so definitely, guys, if you can, go support. It'd be super helpful. And if you can, share this out. Tell people to subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get to 2K by the end of the summer, so that'd be really cool. And you want to plug anything you got going on?
New merch Friday. I'm doing a big merch drop on Friday, so that's pretty exciting. I have to say, Anthony, I love that tarot card. I love it so much. I want to be the fool. I want me as a tarot card as the fool. I don't know why. I just want it. But new merch Friday.
I got hit by an artist. They're doing the Emperor for me. That's the next one coming. The Emperor.
I love it.
I don't know how they're doing it, but we're getting it. Yeah.
And also my birthday Monday. Ew, happy birthday to me. Yeah. Oh, and the drive-in. Me and the drive-in share the same birthday.
Oh, really?
His birthday's the 15th too. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome. Maybe we should. Maybe we'll get an artist to do a collaboration thing where I look like Chucky and you're done up as Tiff.
Yes, I would love that. I would love that so much.
That could be our collaboration shirt. The DEJ and the ABJ shirt. It could say, bitch, we're made of rubber.
I love it.
Our queen is turning 25 plus.
For the 11th year in a row.
Cancer, July. Are you, Bella, are you also the 15th? Is that?
That doesn't look a day after the plus.
Yeah, it doesn't look a day after the plus.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Yeah, so we'll be hanging out Saturday. I'm actually so excited. I'm so to meet everybody. We actually haven't done anything in a while, and then to meet Drive-In will be super dope. And I'm sure his lovely wife will come and we'll geek out over horror movies as well. But it'll be a great time. I'm sure we'll talk about it all in the next podcast when we get back together. When we land a movie that you guys want us to do, send us ones. Get in our DMs and tell us which ones you thought ones you wanted to see do. If you want us to stay with the horror, we'll do it. But we can flip back and forth, like you were saying, the Adam Sandler ones and stuff. The other thing with my content that I'm doing a music challenge from now for full year starting this month. So I picked 12 genres of music, and I'm challenging myself to only listen to that genre for the entire month, but only find things in that genre I've never listened to before, like different artists, different albums, different subgenres, and really get into just one genre of music the entire time. So this month I'm doing metal music. So if you guys are interested, send me a DM or I'll put it out there. It's only on my Discord right now, but I'm sharing a public playlist on Spotify that you guys can put all your recommendations of, and you guys can add your own versions of the music of those subgenres that you like, and I'll listen to them. And at the end of the month, I'm going to do a recap of what I liked or didn't like about that genre. I like to challenge myself.
I love that. I think that is so cool though, because what an interesting way to find music you've never listened to before. I love that. That is so odd. What a good idea. That's such a good idea.
Not my idea. I listened to Welcome Back podcast. They're really two cool guys, and the one guy Mario did that last year where he listened to nothing but that genre for a full month, and I'm strict to it. Like Lily wanted to put a song on in the car the other day, and I was like, if it's not metal, don't put it on. I don't want to.
What are your like? Do you have your genres lined up?
Yes. So I have metal. Then next month is blues. Then the month after that is folk. Then dance, ENM or EDM, right? Then it's hip hop, R&B, and soul. January is gonna be a tough one. Country. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You're starting the year with country?
Yeah, that's depressing. If you don't have seasonal depression, I definitely will in January. Pray for me. We'll pick it back up in February with rock. Then we'll go pop in March. Alt music, alternative music in April. May will be reggae. And then coming back to next year in June will be all soundtracks or stuff like that. So it could be like classical music soundtracks. Also, what would be under soundtracks? Like musicals, I guess. Oh, any of that. It's all like soundtrack like
movies,
stuff. So
TV shows, yeah.
So I'm having a lot of fun with it. The metal one's fun. I found out I'm more of a classical metal fan so far, like the old school metal, and then the newer metal, like the don't like that at all. Yeah. Not a fan. Yeah. They're like, if you listen to that, you're like, this is my favorite part. You're like, what are they saying? What are they? I'm very lyrically driven. I need lyrics.
Me too. Yes, me too. I need to picture the song, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I need to hear the music. Like 100%.
Yeah. And actually, pterodactyls fucking does not do it for me. It's called pterodactyl sex. That's true. Exactly. I don't know how they.
Real quick though.
Good.
I don't know how they don't blow out their vocal. Like I don't.
That's impressive. It is that aspect of it is very fucking impressive. To do like a 4-hour show like that, crazy.
Joni here said we should review Long Legs.
Oh yeah, Long Legs
movie, and it looks fucking sick, Anthony. Everyone's saying it's. I mean, they said the same thing about that Smile movie too, and I didn't really think that was too scary. But they're saying this Long Legs movie is wild. Like they're saying it's like scary.
Is it on streaming yet, or is it still in theaters?
No, not yet. I think it just came out. So
it just came out.
We have time.
Okay.
But
so we'll definitely circle Long Legs to come back when that one drops. We'll definitely add that. We'll push that to the top.
Yes, because I've been hearing. I would love to, because I love doing that too. I don't know about you, but when a movie gets hyped up, I love to watch it myself. Like I have to, because I have to see A, what everyone's talking about, and B, I have to see if it lives up to the hype that everyone's saying. Like when we went to go see Smile, everyone's like, "Oh my god, people were throwing up in the movie theater." I walked out. It was so scary. And Jimmy and I'm not saying I know everyone has different fear factors, but I watched it and I was like I didn't really.
I loved it all the way until the end.
Theater.
Yeah, all the way till the end. I loved it. When they show the monster, I was like, "This is dumb." I didn't like it. If they would have never showed me what the creature was, I would have been so content with that movie.
Yep. 100%.
I also really love the really, really, really bad, cheesy, corny horror movies too, like The Blood Honey. There's another one that I really, really want to watch that we talked about forever, and I've never seen it, but it's called Velocipaster, where it's kind of like a werewolf movie, but this pastor goes to like the Congo and gets bit by a raptor, and then he turns into a raptor. So he transforms. It's so dumb. And have you ever heard of the movie Tammy and the T-Rex?
No.
Oh, that's on the list.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
Denise Richards, Paul Walker, and a few other people. So Paul Walker gets into like a Grease style fight with another dude over Denise Richards, gets killed. They take his brain and put it into a animatronic T-Rex. So his mind is the T-Rex, but he can't talk. So it's him as the T-Rex trying to win back over Denise Richards. So it's this giant robot T-Rex.
Okay, we're gonna have to watch that.
It's dumb, but it's awesome. Yeah, the Sharknado movies. There's like 100 of those, like the piranhas, the piranha 3Ds. Mm-hmm. Did you see Cocaine Bear?
Yes, I loved Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I loved it.
You know what's another good B movie was Thanksgiving. That was a really good horror movie because it was funny but also scary. Like it was really, really good. We thought it was gonna suck, but it was actually like I was shocked with how good that one was. That one was surprisingly good.
Totally agree. But yeah, so once I get these new cameras too, I will be pumping out a lot more movie reviews, like solo ones by myself once I get this camera. So my goal is to only kind of go live like this maybe once or twice a month with like you or the people I've been doing reoccurring things with. And then if I can't do an interview with somebody in person, they will be done remotely. But I kind of want to, when I get these new cameras, if it ever happens, if I stop getting scammed on PayPal,
it will.
I want to bank like 5 or 6 months worth of content, so like I can enjoy life during the week, and I can come home from work and be like, all right, rush to do all these things. So it'd be really nice to. Oh, Krampus is a good one too. We'll save Krampus for my birthday.
JB
I'm born on Krampus. The day of Krampus is my birthday. Here. Yeah, December 5th is my birthday. They ended Prohibition, and that's Krampus Day. So.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. JB loves Krampus, believe it or not. Like he loves that movie. He loves like the history of it and stuff. Like he loves.
Have you ever gone to a Krampus Day?
No, but I would love to take him. Like I would love.
Jim Thorpe does one every year.
Oh,
and a whole bunch of people dress up as Krampus.
Yeah,
we'll do it this year.
I always forget about that. Yes, 100%. I would love that. Love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube. That helps out more than you know. Share out this channel to your friends. Help us get that 2K subscribers. Make sure you grab the new merch drop by Dante, my new merch drop, so it's all available. And we love you all so damn much. And we'll see you on the next one. Here's some music by the Converse Kid. We're out of here.